All right, happy Sunday. It's Roanne. Hope you guys had a great Sunday. And I wish I could show you guys this, but it wasn't translating through the camera. We're having a thunderstorm down here in South Carolina, and the coolest thing to date that I have seen in South Carolina, it still has like this red haze outside, but it got really dark and thunderstorm, and as the storm was easing off, it just got so red outside, literally. Something between the setting sun way over there and the gray clouds, but it just made outside look completely red. It was kind of amazing. Hey Jason, did it look red over where you were? Because this was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen, ever. Anyhow, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about lightening up your emotions. I posted a great juice recipe on my blog today, so if you want to check that out, you can go to enjoyingbeing.com, and link to my blog is there. Hey Katrina, you're closer to me. Was it red where you did it totally look red outside like half an hour ago? That was just amazing. I was so blown away by that. Anyway, so lightening up. The blog post today was about that. It was about whole juice versus smoothie. As we go into the summer, it gets warm and less food is always good for me. And so instead of having heavier stuff, I want lighter stuff because it's hot and your body just doesn't want to do as much work. And so instead of having, it was really weird, right? instead of having like a heavy smoothie, sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I want something, and I want to have my whole, the whole nutrition I would get if I were to have a smoothie, with the fiber and the everything in it. But I wanted that, but not the heaviness of a smoothie. And so I did this juice recipe, and it was really cool. And I thought, hey, why not let's talk about lightening up our emotions while we're at it, and we're lightening things up around here. So back to that weird red thing. It really was weird, guys. It was weird, and it was cool looking because it just looked red outside. Like, I looked out the front window, I was like, I had to go to the back to check and see. It was like there's still, because it's almost really dark outside, but there's still this red haze that's just, it's very odd, but really cool. Really cool. All right, so lightening up our emotions. Back to topic. Lightening up emotions. Emotions are a huge thing, and a lot of us get tripped up by them. Now, emotions are, first of all, a normal part of our human experience. If you're a human being and you have skin and you breathe, you're going to experience emotions. It is part of life. It happens. And we're taught good and bad at a young age. And we're taught that with everything in life, including our emotions. It's a weather statement. Okay, including our emotions. Now, I want to propose a thought change for us. And that is to, instead of thinking about our emotions as good emotions or bad emotions, maybe the ones we don't want or prefer to feel, instead of thinking of them as bad emotions, let's think of them as information. That it's giving us information, it's giving our brains information. When we feel a certain way, whether we feel happy or excited, or we feel sad or concerned or worried, it's information to help us to help guide us to a decision, to help guide us towards some kind of action or no action at all. Sometimes, if we think of emotions as information and not as this thing that happens to us, then we can react in a different way to them. Instead of getting hung up because we might feel down one day, or because something bad happened at work and we're all upset, or and not to say we don't get upset or that we shouldn't feel these emotions, We should. We absolutely should, because they are part of our human experience. But we don't want to get stuck there. You know, we don't want to just, oh, I'm so mad at this so-and-so happened and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, 6 hours later, you're still upset about it. Or the really bad side of that, and I'm going to use the word bad because that is the bad side of that, where we feel the emotion and we just stuff it down. We stuff it down. We don't allow ourselves to feel it. We don't allow ourselves to address the message that it's trying to send to us. We just, you know, I don't want to be mad, so I'm just gonna, you know, stuff it down and, you know, chin up, keep calm, and carry on. That's not healthy either. Not healthy either. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is for us to allow ourselves to experience the emotion that's coming up for us, whenever it is. And I don't mean experience it as in I'm angry and I'm going to lash out at someone. No, other people have nothing to do with this. This is about you taking note of that information that emotion is trying to give to you. Okay, and it can, for me often it means sitting myself in a corner and paying attention to what's going on in my body and in my head and in my life, and being rational with how I'm going to act about it, how I'm going to address it. And I'll tell you guys a little thing. When I was younger, I used to, you know, when you're growing up and you have adult role models in your life, whether they're, you know, positive or otherwise role models, they're the adults that are in your life, and you look to them because where else do you learn to be a grown-up? And that's where you're going when you're younger. So there were some people in my life that were very quick-tempered, and you know, everyone thought I was just a big pushover, which I can totally be a big pushover. I know I've gotten a lot better with that. I'm very proud of myself for that. I can say no. But, you know, I looked at these people and people didn't mess with them. You know, it was like, oh, you don't do so-and-so. You don't say so-and-so to this one. You don't do that. And I looked at these people as someone that I needed to grow up to be. You know, I needed to become more like this person. But it never was something that I could do. I don't have that tongue. I don't have that quick temper. And, you know, now that I'm older, more aware of myself, you know more and have done personal development and realize that I don't need to do that. I don't need to be that person. That is not me. And it's actually better for me that I am not like that, because it allows me to be able to experience my emotions and not lash out when I'm angry, not be stuck when things don't go great or don't feel great for me. But anyhow, that's my story. What I do want to leave you guys with today is to take your emotions as information, not as the have all that ends all. Okay, emotions are information. Take them as that. Sometimes that means stepping away from whatever situation it is so that you can better explore or experience what's going on. But allow yourself that space to experience that emotion. And as you allow that emotion to come up and experience it, guess what? That emotion does not have control of you anymore. So allow yourself the space to do that. And that's it. Allow yourself the space to experience your emotions. Maybe journaling. Journaling is a great way to take yourself through that process. You can write it down, and the pen-brain connection is a wonderful way to help us think. It actually helps the brain focus better. So journaling is a great tool. All right, so that's it for today. Lighten up your emotions. Allow yourself to feel them. They're not your enemy. They're your friend. They give us information. So thanks, Katrina and Jason and Kevin and Shelly Ann. Thanks you guys for hopping on. Please feel free to share this video if you know someone who can help. And there's an archive of all our Let's Chat videos in the group on Facebook called Your Picture of Health. If you want to check out all the back videos, there's food information, other wellness information, all there. Thank you for my friend. Thank you. My goal in doing these is really to help all of us be better, myself included. All right, so have a great it's Sunday night. Have a great Sunday night, and tomorrow's Memorial Day here in the United States. So let us, if you have someone in your family that has given their life in service, take the time to honor them, but let's take the time to remember all those who have given their life in service. All right, have a great rest of the week, everyone.